What's up, Ford Bros? This is a 2-story fort. 3, 2, 1. These are my top 10 tricks and tips on how to edit using iMovie. So, music volumes and sounds are very important because they can really make your video that much better. So I'm going to show you how to adjust the volume of your clips. So you click on the clip, click on the top corner, and you can adjust it to 0 volume, you can adjust it to 400 volume, or anywhere in between. You can also lower the volume of other clips, and that's just some of the things you can do to change your volume of your clip. You can also insert some transitions and insert a nice little sound from the audio that it gives you, and it can just make it look like a nice smooth transition. So I'll show you here. I'm going to pick one of these, let's see, something that would work well. Let's pick that one, and then we'll just drag it and drop it in. Oh, that one's nicer. We'll drag that one, put it in there, and it can just, so you get a sound, and it'll make it so that your transitions are way nicer. And the sounds that iMovie gives you, there's a lot of good ones that are pretty useful. There's some that I have not used before, but there's some that I use like often. So now to insert the song, you're just going to pick from your files and your downloads, and then you're just going to insert your song by dragging and dropping it. So here we got The Weekend. Insert, drop, and that's how you insert the songs and the sounds, and change your volumes. You were in my room, now my bed sheets smell like you. Every lady's covering something brand new. I'm in love. So transitions can become very important in your timeline because they add a cool thing to make it look nicer. So to insert a transition, you're just going to pick the transition from the top left hand side of the iMovie. And then there's so many cool options you can choose from when you're picking your transition. As you can see, I'm going through all of them. You can see what they do. I'm going to just insert that one there, and I can see that's what it's going to look like. It looks very cool. It's a very cool way to switch from clip to clip, and especially if you're trying to go from one different destination to the next. And you can also, like I said in the last clip, you can insert sounds. So I'm going to insert sound into this transition. Just pick a random one of kids booing. So it's just going to make a boo noise when it transitions. But that doesn't really matter. You can also make the transitions longer, and you can make them shorter. So next we have speeds. Speeds are very cool because it's good for montages and it's good for time lapses. So to do a speed, you're going to click on whatever clip it is that you want, and I just copy and pasted it because I want to do a cool little montage effect of Mateo here changing the shifter. So I'm going to click on that clip, and I'm going to go in the top corner where turn off the volume so there's no weird noises. I'm going to click on the speeds. Now you can do fast, slow, you can do a custom speed, and these are the options it gives you for slow. And I'm just going to do custom because I think that I can make a really cool custom one. And I'm going to pick, let's say, 65%. And you guys can see how cool this is going to look here. And so it gives a nice change to the montage there. So then you can also change the color of that to make it look even cooler. And I'll show you also how to make it go faster. And so let's just make this scene here go faster. You're going to do the same thing, turn down the volume. And then you're going to make it, then you're going to do that, click there, do the fast, and I'm going to pick, let's do maybe 2%. Actually, let's do a custom one. Let's do 150. That should work, and you guys can see how it's faster. And you can do really fast as well for some fast time lapses.
We living, we doing it right over here while you missing. Just me and my homies, we running the city. Not worry about blowing these hundreds and fifties, cause when you get caught up in money, it's...
Now, I don't tend to use the colors and the hues as much as I do as the filters. So I'm going to show you though how to do all of them. So this is how you're going to change the white balance, and you can add hues and things. As you can see, it's changing the color of his skin complexion there to a deeper color or a lighter color. And to change the clip filter, you're not going to click audio effect, you're going to click clip filter, and it gives you all these cool options. I use those lots of times, especially when I'm doing montages. They make the clips look much better. They don't look as good if you're filming on a phone, but if you're using like a nice camera, it will look very cool, and it will make your scenes look nice, especially montages, like I said. And then if you change the color and make the speed, you can do a really cool looking thing. Like I'll show you here. I make the speed slow. It looks like it's a dreamy effect while he's opening it up. That's very cool, and it can also help out a lot if you're doing montages as well. Audio effects are a very cool thing that can make your videos seem much better. I'm not going to show you how to insert voice like I am right now, but to do audio effects, you're going to click in the same corners if you do clip filter, but you're going to press the audio effect button, of course, and it gives you tons of cool options. You could see him scanning through them all. There's really cool ones like robot, there's large room, you can make the voice go deep, and deep is really good if you're trying to do like an anonymous voice or whatever. And you can also just make the speed fast and the voice will be loud, or you can make the speed fast and keep the voice preserved. But this is how to change the voice, so we're not going to be doing that. But you can also make it slow if you want to be deep and slow. But if you want to record voice like I am here, you just press the microphone in the right underneath where it plays the clip.
Young, dumb, and broke. Young, dumb, broke high school kids.
I like titles and backgrounds. I think they are very important if you're doing a cool video like a project or something. And I just have an example title that I pre-made there. And so I'll show you how to do that now in the next little bit here. So you're going to go to the backgrounds and you're going to choose the background, or you can insert your own photo from online that you find or whatever. So for this, I'm just going to pick the stars. So this background is obviously the stars. And then I'm going to pick the title section, and you have tons and tons of different titles. I'm going to pick the Star Wars theme title just because it's going into the stars. And I'm going to do a little time lapse here and show you guys what I write, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done.
Say I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure I'm right. What's fun about commitment when we have...
Okay, so as you see there, I added the title. You can see as it goes by going into the stars there. It looks very cool. It looks very nice, and that's just how you insert a basic title there. But you can also put titles on your clips. So let's say you just want a random title to appear right here. I'll just click there, change the title name to, that should make an example, and gotta get rid of that. And then as you can see, there's a title just inserted there. I'll show you what that looks like, and it's just a very cool effect if you wanted it to look like that. And you can do that anywhere in your timeline. Stabilization is a key element, especially if you're doing montages. So as you can see here, I have this random clip, and I'm going to click in this top corner where it says stabilization. And once you click there, you can choose the percentage of stabilization. And let's lower it because it does zoom it in a little bit, quite a lot, I mean, sorry. And let's just lower it to a little bit. And so here you can see how it's much more stable. I'll play the clip, and I'll compare it to as if it was not as stabilized. It's much more stable there, not as shaky. And let's get rid of the stabilization just by unclicking the tick mark, and you can see it's a little bit more shaky, a little less zoomed in, and it's just not as smooth. This will work the best if you're doing montage. Normal clips, I don't suggest you do this because it can add some weird effects, but of course you can always just take it off once you're done. So here, let's just show you again what it looks like. So I'm just gonna pick a percentage, and it's so smooth, way more smoother than as opposed to without it. But for that type of clip, I don't think it's necessary to have that. I'll show you again what it looks like without it. Much more shaky. You can see the big difference in between the two. But like I said, it's not very necessary if you are not doing a montage. And that's why I think stabilization is important for montage and cool clips that you may want it to be a bit more steady because your hands are shaking or whatnot. Picture over picture is one of my favorite things that are little tricks that not too many people know how to do, and it's super easy. So sometimes in our videos when I edit, you might be thinking, how did he do this or how did he do that? Well, picture for picture is exactly how it sounds. It's putting a clip onto another clip. So all you're going to do is you're going to drag the clip on top of wherever you want it. You're going to click on the top clip, not the bottom, on the top, and then go to the two boxes. You're not going to pick cutaway, green screen, or the split screen. That's what split screen does. You're going to pick the picture over picture, of course, because that's what we're doing. And so you can drag it, you can make it bigger, you can put it to whatever dimension you'd like it to be on the screen. I'm just going to keep it like that. And you can also make it fade in or fade out. So I'll show you. That's what it looks like there. And you can do this with pictures as well. Like, I'll show you an example of that after. So I'm just going to insert a picture. Let's see. Let's do a picture of maybe some strawberries. And we can also do a picture of some cheese or something. So let's look back at another photo. Okay, we got that one. And so you're going to do the exact same thing. Click on the two boxes in the top corner. You're going to pick a picture over picture, change the dimensions, put it wherever you like. And you can also add a border to this if you wanted to. I don't like the borders, to be honest. You could change how long the fade in is. I'm going to try a cool different fade in, like a slide in like that. And this can just really add a cool editing effect to your video. And people will always wonder, like, if they don't know how to edit this, they're just going to wonder, how the heck did you do that? Now, to cut and add freeze frames and split clips, it's a very basic thing to do, but it's a crucial and essential part to editing. It just makes your life so much easier. Everything is more like simple and basic. So there's an example of a freeze frame that you just saw there. I can make it bigger and longer. I can make it shorter, like a millisecond even if I wanted to. And to insert one of those, you're just gonna click on it. You're gonna do the add freeze frame, of course. You can adjust the speed using that little dot on the top. And if you want to get rid of it, just go on the top left hand side of your Mac, click edit, and you're just going to do undo add freeze frame. You're just going to click that there, and that's how you get rid of it. So now, one of the most important things in making a video is splitting the clip. It just makes your life so much more easier. And you're just going to click on it again, do the same thing like you did for freeze frame, and you're just going to click split clip. So now to split the clip, you're going to click it, but it's just way faster than as if I was to move it like that. So I'm going to click split clip. There, the clip is split. And I can move this wherever I want. It turns it to its own clip. Like I said, do the same thing wherever you want in the timeline, a bunch of separate clips. There you go. That's how you get a separate clips. Of course, you can hit the edit and undo. That's what you can do for anything on iMovie. That's what I love so much about it. It's one of my favorite things, one of my favorite ways to edit. And if I cut the clip, it's basically just deleting it. You can't see it anywhere else in your timeline. Now you can obviously just press delete on the clip, but some people may not know what cut clip can do, and they may accidentally delete it and not know how to get it back, and then they're going to be like, oh no, what do I do now? So now you know, that's a cut clip, and of course, you can just hit the edit and undo if you accidentally do that sometimes, or if you accidentally delete it, and it'll show up right back in your timeline, exactly where you want it, and you can drag it, drop it of course, and that's basically all you need to know for doing that. Green screens and blue screens are something people find so confusing that I think are so awesome about iMovie. So I just got some clips. You're going to put the clip you want as the background in the timeline first, then your green screen clip. So for me, I downloaded this guy playing the saxophone for the green screen, and this guy dancing for the background of it. So I'm going to cut everything down to the size that I want it. So let's just split the clip like I did in the last section where I showed you how to do. And now I'm going to click on the top part, and I'm going to split that one to where I would like it. And so to make it so the background is the guy dancing, I'm going to click the top, and I'm going to click the green/blue screen. So the same one that if you were to do picture in picture, except you're going to click green/blue screen. This only works for green and blue screens, and as you can see, the guy is in on the background and the saxophone guy is in front. So you can change the softness of it how you like it. I don't like the way that it is right now. I'm going to cut it down just a little bit because I don't want that black for the background. And as you can see, there he is. He's in the clip. You could see that. It's good there. And he's dancing with the guy in the background. Now I made a previous clip that you guys can watch that I made beforehand. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed and learned some tips and tricks on how to edit using iMovie. And like I always say at the end of every video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.